How will you choose to spend your time? Every single second that's going by is being spent, every single second. And so what you spend your seconds on, the things that you spend those seconds on determine what happens with your life, the things that you do, right? And so it might seem like it's not that important, but every single second counts. And the closer and closer that you get to death, the more and more you'll start to realize this. Every single second counts. And so you might think, oh, today is just a relaxing day. Today is a day where I don't want to do anything, right? I don't feel like doing anything. But I want you to know that in that day that you don't do anything, still every single second counts. Every second counts. And you're going to probably want that day back sometime in the future. So ask yourself this question right now. Do you want to spend the rest of your life looking at a screen? Do you want to spend the majority of your life looking at a screen? Do you want to spend any of your life looking at a screen? Ask yourself these questions. And honestly, it's you versus you. This is a battle that we all face every single second of every single day. Do you want to go to sleep knowing today that you wasted the entire day? Do you want to go to sleep knowing that you did nothing that you actually wanted to do for the day? Remember that the price of greatness is responsibility. Okay, so if you want to start living more today, I have a whole list of things that you can start easily today. Okay, first off, you want to turn off your phone notifications. Just a big distraction. You don't need to know every single thing that's going on. Turn off all those notifications. You don't need them on. Second thing, unsubscribe from any non-educational content. Okay, so like the Mr. Beast videos, all of those like irrelevant things that you watch throughout the day. You don't need to watch those. They're wasting your time. Just unsubscribe from those. Like, huge waste of time. All right, so the next thing, unplug the Xbox, unplug the PlayStation. This is what I did in 2022, and I haven't played any Xbox or PlayStation since like August of 2022, before the school year started. Huge distractions, unplug those. You don't need to use those at all. And so what you could do is give it to a friend, because maybe you want to play those things. Maybe you actually see value in spending small amounts of time playing those things, but a lot of the times they end up just becoming addictions, and we keep going over and over and spending way more time than we actually want to on those things. So solution, unplug it, give it to a friend. The next thing I did that probably changed me the most was going to the gym, right? Starting to work out, because here's the thing. Video games, they fulfill our core desires, right? Social connection, achievements, right? And so the gym fills those same desires, those things that we strive to do in video games. It's the same thing for the gym, right? You have measurable growth, you have progress, you have social connections, right? So if we can just transfer all those things that we do in video games and transition it to the gym, first off, it's a lot more fulfilling to do that. And second off, it gives us something else to do besides playing the games. Because one of the reasons I played the games in the first place was because I was bored. It's because I wasn't doing anything with my life. And so I didn't know of anything else to do besides playing games. That's all I really had. And so when we start adding things to our life, we subtract the video game time. And the things that we add to our life are a lot more valuable than the video games, than the constant stimulation, than the TV, right? Than the distractions. So just start adding to your life and start subtracting those distractions. On top of that, you need to focus on the things that are meaningful, right? For example, your work, your craft, schoolwork, right? Focus on the things that have the most meaning to you, that provide you the most value. Another thing we can do is read in our free time, right? Because a lot of the times we will have that craving to go play video games. I found that if you replace that with just going in and reading, especially after you detox for a while, you're going to be getting a lot more value from reading and learning. And then you start to like learning more and more, and it reinforces that behavior over and over again. So picking up a book every time you want to pick up a new solo is something that I really found productive, and it changed my life. Okay, and also, not all content online is bad. The content you're watching right now, long-form educational content that's actually helping you improve your life, right? Content like this that is about learning and less about stimulation. More about learning, less about stimulation. That's the content that we want to focus on, okay? Long-form educational content. Those things are going to improve our thoughts, our mindsets, and they're going to improve our brain function, right? We're going to be getting smarter from consuming the right content. So we want to make sure that we're watching long-form, not 2-minute, 5-minute videos, like 30-minute, 1-hour videos, maybe even 2-hour videos, right? Because that's the content that's going to be helping us improve, helping us learn. And if we can shift the content that we're consuming now, the Mr. Beast videos, the stupid content that's like people yelling and screaming, whatever the kids watch these days, bro, honestly. If we can switch that to just long form educational content, we would be maximizing our use of technology, right? That's how technology should be being used, instead of as entertainment, as education. And that education becomes stimulation, right? You can still become stimulated from educational content. And so we just got to train our brains to like the educational content. And as you watch it more and more like this, you'll start to notice the difference, and you'll start to like it more and more. You'll start to like learning, and you'll become almost like addicted to learning, right? Which is a totally fine thing. Becoming addicted to learning. If I'm addicted to anything, I want to be addicted to learning and the gym. Those two things. Amazing. All right, and we also want to spend more time with family and friends, right? Spending time in nature is amazing too. And just thinking about things, right? Slowing things down, thinking about things, thinking about our decisions, thinking about our goals, thinking about the things we want to do with our lives. I think that's a very important thing, that it's a ritual I incorporate in my routine for when I'm about to go to sleep. I play like sleep music in my room, and it creates like a nice aura. I turn off the lights, and I have like my lights very dim. And then I'll read a little bit, meditate, and then I'll just think. I'll just sit and think about things, think about goals, and then I'll have like a recap for the entire day. And so I think there's a very important thing to do, is to just recap, to think about life, think about where you're going, and to just line everything up in a way that works for you. And then also exploring the world. Like, where am I right now? I'm in a park making a video. It's kind of weird because it's like the first time I ever made one like this. So interesting. But exploring the world, parks, nature, things in general, just going out, having fun, friends, family, spending less time. Remember, it's about spending more time doing the things you like and subtracting the things that you don't want to do, right? So just by spending more time with family and friends, just today, you do that today, and spend a little bit less, like 30 minutes less playing video games, more time with friends and family, then honestly, you're winning. Like, if you're doing that already, just today, you're winning. So, and if you want to keep doing that more and more, just listen to what I have to say, because if you start consuming this content more and more, you're going to get less and less of the distractions, right? Less and less of the brainless content that you don't need. You don't need the more Mr. V's videos. You really don't. Like, in order to survive, you can survive without them. So if you want to start living more, just subscribe, watch my new videos, and then just start incorporating a little bit of this lifestyle into your life, right? That's all I'm going to go over in this video. My name's Justin, and remember, you deserve the consequences of your actions.